What's up guys, it's Jim Pickens and I want to do this video about REFUND XRAY. REFUND XRAY, this is a new product, a brand new product, and basically what this does is if you are an Amazon FBA seller, this will look at your reports and it will find multiple different types of reimbursements that you may be eligible for, and it looks into 4 different things all together, okay? And when I heard about this, I was pretty excited because I had a feeling that I was probably owed a decent amount of money. So when I heard about this, needless to say, I was, pretty excited. Basically what it does is it will compare and it analyzes the report files that you can generate for free automatically in your account. And it's going to tell you which items you're eligible for reimbursement. So basically once it has all this information, it will output it to a file. And then all you have to do is copy the text in that file and then paste it into a support ticket, and then they'll investigate the issue and they'll investigate the items that, may be eligible for reimbursement. Okay. So, I went through all the steps myself. I went through the software and I ended up with a reimbursement of $459. It took literally like 15 minutes, maybe 20 minutes of work. And I got the money deposited into my FBA account in less than 12 hours time. So this is the screenshot right here. This is one reimbursement. I got this one first, and then the next one came in after that. This one was just 42, and then the other one was 416 or so. So software works, and what was actually kind of impressive about it was that I had already done this kind of, or not exactly this, but I had looked into my reports and looked into things that I might have been owed money for just a few months before using this. So I wasn't expecting to get a refund this size. So let's get into kind of, a little bit more about it. So how much does it cost? Okay, so REFUND XRAY is $99 per year. Okay, so it's once a year, but despite that, and the reason that I really want to do this video for my viewers is that you can get an extended trial and you can still use it for free for 10 days. Normally, I think it's 7 days, but if you use my link, you're going to get 10 days because I worked that out with them. So for 10 days, you can use the software for free and you can get back a good chunk of that money without paying anything. So, when I heard that, I was like, well, that's a no-brainer then. So it's obviously something that I knew a lot of people would probably be excited about it and they'd want to try it. So, I decided to kind of do this tutorial. So $99 a year, one time. So you should probably use it at least twice a year. Okay. So I just use mine. So I would probably use it again in either 3 months or 6 months time. And like I said, this was only for a few months of sales for me. So it all depends on the amount of sales you have as far as how much money you'll get back. But I would expect I would get back at least this much 3 to 6 months down the road. And in that case, that would be $900,000 return for, the $99 a year cost. So obviously for that fee, it's, definitely worth the investment. But I suggest everybody at least does the trial, right? At least do the trial, see how much money you get, see if you like it. So sign up for the free trial. I'm going to leave a link right here in the video. I also suggest, though, that you click on the link below to go to the blog post. The blog post is going to outline everything from start to finish as far as a tutorial and the best way that I feel to go through it. So you can use this link right here on the blog, or you can just use the link on the video. Either way, you'll get the extended 10-day trial. Once you're signed up, you should be at a screen that looks like this. It'll say, thank you for subscribing. Click here to begin your free trial. After that screen, you'll be at a login prompt, and you want to click on sign up right up here. Once you click on that, you're just going to enter your email address, your PayPal email address that you use to sign up. Then you just got to enter a password. You hit sign up. And then you should begin. All right. So then, once you're in, you should be at a screen that looks pretty much like this. See, there's going to be 4 tabs up top. So you're going to have free access to the lost inventory tab. You don't have to pay anything for it. So I suggest everybody does this, right? Because it's free money. So I'm going to walk you through kind of how the software works and how to generate your report and go about trying to get some of this money back that you might be owed. So you're going to be on this screen right here, the lost inventory screen. And like I said, this is the free screen. I have, the full membership, so these tabs aren't locked, but you'll at least have access to this. The first thing that you're going to want to do is get your inventory adjustments report. And basically you do that by just following this short video right here. So again, click here to go to my blog post and just jump down to the section that says Lost Inventory tab. And that's going to be the first video right here. So you just click on play. I'll just show you real quick. It's real simple.
To find your inventory replacement reports, we go to Reports, Fulfillment, Show More under the Inventory tab. Then we go to Inventory Adjustments. From here, we go to Download and click on Exact Dates. Amazon generally allows us to get reimbursements for up to 180 days, but the first time I like to try to go back as far as possible with my dates. Then you can come up to the current day. And request download. In about 1 minute, you will have a report to download and then simply upload it into our system.
So that's simple, right? You get the inventory adjustment report. Now what I suggest you do is once you download that, you want to rename it to inventoryadjustments.txt. And this is for organizational purposes, and it's just going to help a lot down the line. So then once you do that, you're going to want to get your reimbursements report. And the video for that is just as simple. So, I'll just play it right now for you just in case you're going start to finish.
To download your reimbursement reports, go to Reports, Fulfillment, then we go to Reimbursement. Next we do Download. We can set exact dates. And we want to make sure our reimbursements reports match the other reports that we pulled. And then we hit Request Download. Once it's downloaded, in about 1 minute, you'll be able to download the report by clicking Download and upload it into our system. Thank you.
Right, very simple. Now once you download that file, you're going to want to rename it to reimbursements.txt, right? Once you've gotten both of those files, the next thing you want to do is you want to upload the reports. So you're going to see a little browse button there. You're just going to want to hit browse, find the file that you just saved, both of them right here, so that will look just like this. And then all you have to do is fill out the remaining fields. So the next field that you're going to have to fill out is the results file name field. And you're just going to want to erase whatever's in there. And you're going to want to put lost inventory, the month, and then the year. So for instance, in this example, I put lost inventory 0716. And then where it says exclude refunds, you're just going to want to skip over that. For exclude items under 45 days, you want to leave that unchecked. You're going to want to skip the 2 Word and 2 Excel buttons for now and continue on to the rows per page in Word file option. And you want to set that to 10. For the text in Word file text box, you can just leave it at the default text. And if you follow the instructions correctly, your screen should pretty much look just like this. Okay, so assuming that you're at this point right now, all you want to do is hit the 2 Word button, and once you hit that, it's going to download a docx file, and you're going to use that to submit the information to Amazon support. Now, if you don't have Word, what you can do is use an online tool called Zamzar, and this is Zamzar right here. So if you don't have Word, just download the docx file. Go to step 1 here. It says choose files. Just pick that docx file. For step 2, you're going to want to set it to txt for convert to. And step 3, you just put your email and then you just hit convert. And it's going to email you a text file version of the docx file, which is going to open on, no matter what computer you use, whether you have Word or not. So that's the way to get around if you don't have Word installed. So once you open the file, it should look a little bit like this. It's going to have some text that you can copy and paste into your support ticket. And I just kind of blurred my specific SKUs and items here, but it'll look just like that. And then all you have to do is submit to Amazon support. So all you have to do is open a support ticket for each page. Each page is going to have 10 items on it. So the instructions to do that are right on this blog post right here, but I'll show you right now, just kind of quick instructions. You're going to want to go up here to the top right where it says help, and then you're going to want to go to contact us. Right after that, you're going to want to pick FBA issue. Then you're going to want to click something else. And then once you click something else, you want to put please investigate for the contact reason. And then under please describe your issue, you just want to paste the first page from that document file. So just simply copy and paste first page. You don't have to put a callback number because it doesn't really require a phone contact. And you probably want to consider checking this issue is urgent and requires immediate attention if you want to handle it in a timely fashion. Plus, because you're going to have several tickets to submit most likely, I do recommend checking that because it's a situation where, you're probably rightly owed money. They're going to have to investigate it, but most of the time, you're rightly going to be owed that money. And I would consider that situation pretty important. So I think that's a pretty good time to use that checkbox. And then all you have to do is repeat the process for every page in that file. So if you have 50 items, for instance, that could be eligible for a reimbursement, then you're just going to want to copy each page and open a new ticket for each page. And what I found is that the 10 items per support ticket works pretty well. It doesn't kind of bog people down too much. It kind of gives your support rep enough to work on, but not so much that they just, take too long to get it done. And, like I said, for everything I submitted, in less than 12 hours, everything was finished, and I got the reimbursement. So now if you want to take things up a notch and you've gone through that and you want to see, how much more you can get back, what you can do is sign up for the full version. So there's 2 situations where I recommend updating to the full version. The first one is if you make $2,000 or more of net profit every month on Amazon FBA. The second situation is if you make less than $2,000 per month net payout, but have never gone through your reports or anything like that to find the reimbursements that you're owed but haven't received yet. Like, let's say you get 2 biweekly payments, and let's say that you get like $4,000 of profit or something, right? You get $4,000 back. You should definitely use the full version, in my opinion. You should get a really decent payout from that, assuming you haven't gone through every single possible thing, right? Now, if you make less than that, but let's say you've been selling on Amazon for a while, let's say you've been selling, like, if you made let's say $1,500 or even $1,000, but you've been selling on there for like a year and a half or even possibly a year, that might be a situation where you'd want to consider it too. But either way, you can try the free trial, see what you get from the first tab, and then, you can make up your mind whether it's right for you to keep going on. Like I said, I used all 4 tabs to get my $460 reimbursement. But again, that was only for like a few months of sales for me. So I thought that was really good. But it's all dependent on how many sales you do. So I can't necessarily predict exactly how much you could get back because it really depends. But if you do a good amount of sales on there, then I would say this is definitely worth looking into. So something that is kind of cool is actually, I was talking to one of the developers that made this. His name's Tiedrick. And I was talking to him on Facebook, and he told me something that was just crazy to me. He said that someone ran up to him at the booth at ASD and said that they got $4,000 back. So, I mean, obviously this guy probably sold a decent amount on Amazon, but still $4,000. I mean, that's just crazy. That's a lot of money. But you don't realize this stuff sometimes. I mean, just as an example, not that long ago, I got a return back for an item, and that return was like 3-4 months. Like they bought the item like 3-4 months ago, and you aren't supposed to have to pay for that type of return because it's not within the window, but they take it out of your account, and that is something that happens more often than you might think. So that's just one example of some of the things that you have to look out for, or some of the things that just that this software does to try to get you some money back. But if you want to upgrade to the full version and check it out, then these are kind of the instructions that you should follow. So the first thing you're going to want to do is, from the screen you're in, you're going to want to click on the upgrade for full access. It's going to bring you to this screen right here, and you're just going to click on subscribe. And don't worry, you're not going to get charged twice. It's going to look like this. You're just going to log in and then, accept it, go through all that, and then you're going to have the full access. So like I said, when you do this one, it's going to cancel. They're going to cancel the last one you did so that you only have one subscription for the year, and you can cancel it at any time, of course. So that's the steps if you want to try the full version. So there's another tab now, and it's the second tab, and it's called Not Returned to Warehouse. So this tab goes through items that have never been returned to the Amazon warehouses, and you're owed a reimbursement for them. So you need 3 different reports for this. So what you're going to want to do is you're going to obviously want to click onto that tab. And the first report you need is a transactions report. And the instructions for that are right here. I'm not going to play the video or anything like that. Just go to my blog. I'll leave the link again. It's going to have all the videos and tutorials that they've put out just kind of conveniently in one place. And you can play through that. It's like a minute long. Download the report. Then the next thing it wants is a customer returns report. So, I put the video right here on the same page for you to look at, and just do that. And then the third one is the reimbursements report. And this is the same one that we did on the last tab, right? So we don't have to do that one again. So you're just going to upload the same one you downloaded last time. So just upload the reimbursements.txt file, you're good to go. So now you just got to finish up. So the results file name, I set it to not returned warehouse, the month, and then the year. I leave exclude items that are 45 days old unchecked. Rows per page in Word file, again, I set to 10. And the text in Word file, I leave the default text because I think it's good. I don't think there's anything there that really needs changing. And then once you're done, your screen should look like this. You should have all 3 reports right here. The results file name right here. And, whether you have it spaced out like this or not, or whether you did it without spaces, that doesn't matter. Then obviously the rows and Word file. And then you just want to hit to Word, right? And then you follow the same instructions as before, where you open the support ticket for each page in the file, and it's as simple as that. All right, so then after that tab, we move on to the third tab, and that tab is the returns over 30 days. Now, this is what I was talking about before that happened to me, and it happened to me for quite a few items. And for this one, all you need is one report, and it's the transactions report, and we already did this one for the last tab. So all you gotta do is, again, just simply upload the same file as before. Results file name, I set it to returns 30 days, and then I put the month and the year. Same exact options for the rest. Exclude items under 45 days, I leave it unchecked. The rows I set to 10, and the text I leave it, just the way it is. And then if you set everything up right, your screen should look something like this. So assuming that everything looks good, you want to hit to Word. Same exact steps as before. You don't have Word, then you're going to want to use Zamzar, convert it, use the text file, open the support ticket for each page in the document, move on, right? Last tab here is the damaged in warehouse tab. And there's a couple reports that you need. You need the inventory adjustments report, Again, same one that you downloaded before. So you just want to, download that report. And then you're going to need the reimbursements report too, right? So I'll just kind of show you what that tab looks like. So you just got inventory adjustments, reimbursement. You just want to hit browse, find the files that you already got before, and upload them. And the file name I set for this one, I set it to damaged in warehouse a month and then a year. The other options are the exact same, rows set to 10, etc., etc. And once you have all that finished up, the screen should look pretty much like this. Assuming that that's all good, your screen looks good. Same exact instructions as before. You submit it to Amazon support, and every page in the file, you just submit a new ticket. And, they're going to look over everything. And if you reach this point, you'll probably realize that this hasn't taken all that long. And you probably submitted quite a few tickets, but you just really copy and pasting. It doesn't take long at all. And then, they're going to look into it. And then assuming that there's money that you're owed, which pretty likely you're going to be owed something, it's going to get reimbursed into your account. And that's just a whole lot of work that if you did that manually, that could have taken a really long time. And, it's just one of those things that, if you do a decent amount of sales, or if, it might just be worth it for just pay the $99. You get to use it for a year. So, you run the report now, let's say a few months down the line, you run it again. You could use it like 3-4 times in a year and just keep doing this, as you get more sales. And it's going to keep finding things, right? Because it does so many different methods of examining your reports for reimbursements. So when I have to admit, when I first heard about Refund XRAY, I was pretty excited because I know about the kind of work these guys put out. I've used OA X-ray before, and it works really well. But at the same time, I wasn't really sure if the $99 a year was going to be worth it for what I got back. Like, I was like, I just did this a few months ago, or at least I thought I went through everything. Is it really going to be worth the money? But, I expected I would run the software, I get back like, $100 or something, and I just end up breaking even. But the reality was much different than that. And that's why I really have to give these guys credit. They obviously looked into this, and they priced it reasonably. They did their testing. They had multiple people test it out, and the pricing, it makes sense. And, so I got $460 back. If I run this again, 6 months at the least, I should probably get back around the same thing. That's like $900 to $1,000 for a $99 investment for a year, and it just saved me a ton of time, right? So, obviously, I like it. Like I said, I was a little critical of it at first because I was like, well, you got to spend the money to use it, but it should be worth checking out. At the very least, I would recommend checking out the trial. But look, after using it, I got the money back. I saw it work. I don't really have anything negative to say about it. I went through everything from start to finish, and I see the results in my bank account, right? You can't argue with real results. And, if you do any kind of reasonable volume on Amazon FBA at all, your results are probably going to be a lot better than mine were. So, but like I said, it comes with the free trial. If you use the link I give you, you get an extra 3 days. You get the 10 days to 7 days. You try it out. You do the first tab. See how much you get back. At the very least, you use the free one or the free tab, and you get back a little bit of money, right? So that's a no-brainer. So, that's why I wanted to show this to you guys, because they had the free trial. I knew this was, I have a lot of people, obviously, that use Amazon FBA that watch me. I was like, you know what? These guys are probably going to love this, It's like free money, right? Who doesn't like that? So yeah, you could test it out. You could do it from the blog post again. I have it at the bottom. You just hit subscribe, go through the steps. But yeah, look, like I said, I don't have anything bad to say about it. It advertises a point on what it does. It says, hey, this is a product. It does this and this. I tested it out, and it really does what it says it's going to do. So, I went through it, and, that's my review. That's how I feel about it. I think everybody should at least try it. I honestly believe that everybody that sells an Amazon FBA owes it to themselves to at least try it and see if you can get some money back from it, because it's like, why not? One more thing that I'll mention, when I was talking to Tidrick, what they might be doing is having kind of a fully automated thing in the future where, let's say you do like a really good volume of sales on Amazon. for an extra fee per year, they might have something where someone else, like over at Refund XRAY, will do all this for you. So in other words, you pay a little bit of an extra fee, and then the reports and everything, they'll do it, everything from start to finish, submit the tickets, like 3-4 times a year, and you don't even have to do any of these steps. I think that would probably be better for people that do like serious volume, because obviously the fee for that would be a little higher than just the $99. But like if you do some serious volume and you just want someone to just, deal with it, like, hey, just get me the money back on mode. I'll pay the extra, however much it is. Just get it done for me. Run it 4 times a year and just get it done. I mean, those are the people that I could see that being the most useful for. But yeah, I mean, that's my review, guys. So you know what? Check it out. See if you can make some money back. And, if you can make some money, then, that's a good day. So this is Jim Pickens, and I hope you liked the video. Peace.